Hey guys, Dr. Anne-Marie here. Today I'm going to be teaching you 5 core exercises to help strengthen the abdominal muscles and also the muscles of your low back. Now before we start, just like with the other videos that I've shown you, if you feel any pain or discomfort or any time when you're doing the exercises, please stop and move on to the exercise after that one, or just entirely stop if they're all too difficult for you. Don't try and work through the pain, okay? So our first exercise today is going to be something called a plank, and there are a lot of plank variations out there. Most of you have probably seen or done a plank at some point in your life, but they're very good for helping to strengthen all the muscles of the body, particularly the core itself. So I'll show you how to do the basic plank, and I'll also show you some of the ways that it goes wrong so that you can troubleshoot it at home yourself. So to get in our plank position, you're going to start off on all fours, and then we're going to move down to our elbows just like this, and from there you'll enter into the plank itself. Okay? So from here you can see my head is in a neutral position. My ear, shoulder, hip, knee, ankle, and foot are in one straight line. Now the wrong way of doing a plank is like this. So if you do a plank like this, you're going to have low back pain and shoulder pain. And the other way it goes wrong is usually like this, okay? So if someone comes to tell me that they can plank for 4 hours and it's really easy, usually they look like that. So you want to make sure that it's in that nice upright position, one straight line going down, and we're going to hold this for 1 minute 3 times before we stop. Okay? So that's the basic plank position. Now, if you can't hold it 1 minute 3 times, that's totally fine. What you do is you go as long as you can, and that becomes your baseline, and you're going to do that 3 times. So if you can only hold it 15 seconds, I want you to repeat 15 seconds 3 times in a row, always working to get 1 minute 3 times. Okay? So that means you have good core strength if you can do it 1 minute 3 times. Now, the next thing I'll show you is actually a variation on a plank. It's called a shoulder tap. So if you have a shoulder problem, you can skip this one. I don't want to give anyone a rotator cuff injury, just exercising at home. So for this one, we'll get back into a plank position, but instead of being on your elbow, you're going to be supporting yourself on your hands. Okay? Okay, so here we are in our plank position on our hands. And to do the shoulder tap exercise, okay, you are going to come off on one hand, tap your shoulder, and put it back down. Okay? So you want to do it kind of slow so that you don't get sloppy. And you want to make sure that your core is very tight as well. Okay? So for the shoulder tap exercise, I'll usually do 15 taps for each shoulder 3 times. Okay? So 1 tap is just like that. So you do 15 on each arm, okay? So repeat that exercise 3 times. Great for the core, great for the shoulders and back as well. Now the next one is going to be a bicycle, and most of you have probably seen this as well. You're going to start in an upright position and then move down to the floor, okay? Now for this part, you want to make sure for your neck that your neck is not going to be strained. Otherwise you'll get neck pain, and neck pain is bad. So you don't go like this, okay? That is the wrong position. Instead, you act like your nose is being pulled up to the ceiling. Now, again, I'll show you the difference. This is right, okay? This is wrong, okay? So for a bicycle, okay, what you're gonna do is we're going to go opposite elbow, opposite knee. Okay? So again, we're just going to start here. Okay? Trying to get the shoulder blade off of the floor. Okay? So again, making sure my neck is in a neutral position. Making sure it's not going like this. Okay? So for bicycles, you can do 3 sets of 20. Or if you're feeling, very athletic, you can do even more repetitions than that, okay? Now the next one is going to be leg raises. So again, we're going to start on the floor, okay? We're going to use our hands to support our backside just like this, and then the feet are out in front of us like that, okay? Now for this one, if you're not very strong with your core, which is okay, you can actually go and do one leg at a time. So you would be doing kind of this, raise, okay? And you would do it on, both sides, okay? But for us, we're strong, so we're gonna do both at once. So you keep your low back flat on the ground. There should be no arch through this area. So you flatten out that low back first, and then we're gonna bring both of the legs up and then go back down. Okay, so if you're feeling really strong, when you get to the bottom, you barely touch your feet on the ground. If you get a little bit tired or a little bit sloppy, you'll notice that that part gets a lot harder. So you can bring them up and then just let them hover before they touch, okay? All right, so the last one is gonna be something called reverse crunch. And this is to strengthen the deepest part of your core, which is your transverse abdominal muscles, okay? So again, we're going to be back on the floor, okay? Just face up like this, and arms are down to the side for this one. And you want to create a 90-degree angle from your leg, your knee, to your thigh, okay? So we're going to start bringing it just like this, holding that same position, coming back down. And for this part, I can really feel that this lower core area is quite shaky. Okay, so we can do 3 sets of 10, maybe 3 sets of 20, but this is an underworked part of your body, so it tends to be very weak. And you just want to do it really nice and slow so that you can feel the burn. Okay, so I'm a little out of breath, but this wraps up our 5 easy core exercises that you can do at home. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and shoot us a message or leave us a comment below. If you have any suggestions on us, on other content that you'd like to see, go ahead and either leave us a message or write us a comment below as well. All right, thanks guys, have a great day.